an update on the sovereignty movement and the sovereignty videos that I keep touching upon. I want to say, when would one, what would have to happen for one to actually feel sovereign? Let's say you get whatever papers you want, the state leaves you alone, you no longer have to pay this, that, and the other, you no longer have to feel afraid about the road pirates and the extortion system and so on. Would that make you feel sovereign? Would that make you feel like you've arrived? Because wherever you go, there you are. Whatever happens may or may not change your internal environment, your internal ecosystem. Sovereign in its truest sense means to not be afraid, to have nothing to fear about. Can you be sovereign over money? Or regardless of your state, you will still fear loss, lack of money, etc. Because today I had a massive breakthrough. My whole purpose is more or less to put in the ether a way out. I don't know if it's called a way out, but a way out of fear, a way out of the struggle. I really don't believe life is meant to be hard at all. And so I follow this amazing researcher. His name is Burn the Corporate Fiction. I think that's what it is, Burn the Corporate Fiction. I'm gonna put a link under this video. It's a small channel, but the guy is absolutely brilliant. I think he had to restart his channel. I think he got canned by YouTube. So I believe that, but he's worth, oh my God, he's waiting gold. He's amazing. He's an amazing researcher. He digs into every single legalese term and he gives solutions, and he shows everything you want to know about how the system works, when it was created, how the spell, the diction puts you under the spell, and the magic of the system we find ourselves under. His videos are almost between 3.5 hours, 5 hours plus. He is an outstanding resource of information for people trying to start somewhere and learn something. But what I saw, so in legalese, absolutely every word has to be researched to find out what they mean, because they use double talk, double negatives, they use terminologies to trick you, and there are amendments, and anyway. And he shows how this is around the world, this system of enslavement of the citizen is literally done purposefully to enslave and subjugate. So, and they use all sorts of trickery. Now, as I said, he spends his entire life, I think, digging through this convoluted, never-ending, bottomless pit of vipers and their system. And I can feel, and I mentioned this before, I can feel just by learning their sickness, what kind of a sick consciousness, what kind of a lesser consciousness would go to this effort and to this extent to steal your birthright, to trick you and to rob you of your birthright. And it does everything it's in its power to disempower you. And it just gave me the biggest breakthrough I've ever had. Literally, there is no better news that I can bring you. And may the life of this boy that was murdered by the cops in America for standing his ground, may his death not go in vain. And this is in his memory and in his honor. And it's a continuation of what I said, what I spoke about yesterday, but the breakthrough only came today. And this is the breakthrough. Just like I said a couple of videos ago, you have two options: to see the world around you as stupid, and stupid people and terrible people, and feel absolutely disempowered by what you see out there, the bottomless pit of stupidity around you. Or how much more energy would you gain if you realize, hold on, they're exactly where they need to be. I am smart. I am smarter than. I know this. Kudos to me. Yay to me. Fabulous that I know better. Wow, I can go a step further. I can graduate. I can take myself further from here. Thank you, person from wherever you are, for reminding me how far I've come, how far ahead I am, and how well I am doing. So instead of cursing, praise yourself. Build your back up. Build your self-esteem. Build your vision of yourself. Recognize how far you've come, that you know so much more than those you call stupid. So turn a negative into an extreme positive, where you give yourself nothing but praise and congratulations. The same here. When you see the depth and the effort of the thief to rob you, you should say thank you to it. Because by their effort, they remind you how rich you are. Had there been no attempts to your wealth, you wouldn't even know how precious. Thank them for every word in the Black's Law, for every double-edged and double intent linguistic spell that they're trying to create to pull you under. See it as an amazing recognition of what you are. So instead of you lowering yourself to the thieves' level and validating their attempts to power, recognize that absolutely everything they do is a declaration of your might, of your power, of your absolute sovereignty. This is how you build sovereignty, by recognizing that you already are. You are so sovereign that literally since the 1666, they've been creating and overlapping and tricking and poisoning and doing absolutely everything in the thief's power. My God, why do I sneeze always? Anyway, in their power, to rob you. That means, who do you rob? The one who has. Who do you plan to rob? The one you consider they have more. So, again I say, the most powerful person on the planet, on the realm, in existence, whatever you consider, is the one that has nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. Whatever they want, just give it to them. Your body is not yours, you didn't create it. Your breath is not yours, you don't breathe yourself. Your heart is not yours, you don't. Stop attaching yourself to things that are not. The system is not yours to fix. You were just born into it. So either you establish yourself as with nothing to do but enjoy whatever it is in front of you at the moment. There is nothing more to do. Just enjoy whatever it is. If it's just a cup of tea that you have, or if it's just a glass of water, or if it's just another breath, just give yourself the congratulations and the adulation, and know that all this effort, the spraying in the sky, the manipulation of your food, the AI advancements, the trickery with the new ID, the financial system, absolutely everything is created to entrap you. Now, you must be a mighty big fish for so much effort to be put just to catch you. So instead of spending time to match their crazy, to eventually protect yourself, what are you protecting? It's not yours in the first place. Entrusted fully into that, whoever breeds you, that decided when the sperm and the egg united to bring life into it and become what you've become. Give grace to that. Give grace to that. And just use absolutely everything is done as a reminder of your greatness. There is no better counter effort. There is no faster way out. There is no, but saying thank you. And just like you would see a beggar that's doing his best to take the $5 that you have on you and runs behind you and has his adrenaline rushing to steal your purse, just turn around and give them your purse. Because know, if your energy is that you've got more, that energy will bring you always more than enough. But that energy that who's gonna rob me, who's gonna take from me, who's gonna threaten me, who's gonna poison me, that's paranoia. That's literally solidifying their position, their existence, making them real. Instead of that, take all of their efforts. Don't spend time trying to combat them. Why would you lower yourself to the robber's level, to the rat's level? See them for the hungry rats. They only have their never-ending hunger. Have mercy upon them. With mercy and pity and praise to what you are, recognition. Use every moment to recognize the greatness of what you are. Eliminate anger, eliminate vendetta, eliminate, because seriously, no matter who you take down, 1,000 are going to come in their place. Because the only thing you learn is in this system is to be greedy and hungry and never enough, and greedy and hungry and never enough. And all you learn in the system is to think that your security comes eventually from something from outside, which is fake and fake and fake and not true. So do not continue to live your life upon such a lie. The truth shall set you free. And the truth is They want to rob you because you got it all. You've got it all. You've got it all. You are everything. So in every moment, instead of feeling lower and lower and lower because they attack you from here, they attack you from here, that system is fucking you up from there, that is taking from you from there, robbing you, give it to them. And know that just by putting that energy in that which you give it, let it flow like water, like you were shitting money. Let it flow so. Let it flow so. And when you treat the money like the sovereign that you are, because look, why would you take them to court? Because you didn't want to pay a fine. Why would you take them? Why would they take you to court? Because you didn't pay a fine or you didn't pay a tax. This is a hungry, hungry hippo that keeps growing and growing. Just feed it, because it will, you feed it to its own demise. It's no skin off your nose. When you start seeing it as such, every single ask, it's a declaration of you that has. When you start living your life from this paradigm, from this energetic awareness that you are the be-all and all, created in the likeness and image of God Almighty, not the lesser hungry, hungry hippo rat that needs to trick, connive, and magic spells and worship and war and rah, rah, rah. This is pathetic. Why would you learn a lesser? Why? Oh my God. Like I even made, I remember a couple of years ago, I even made a video about women comparing themselves to men and having competitions to do this like men. Sorry, but why would you lessen yourself like that? That should be beneath you as a woman. Man comes from woman, not the other way around. So that's to aim to be lesser than. So to learn their laws and their system just so you're prepared to battle them. No. When you realize you've got nothing to lose, the body is not yours. Stop sticking and grabbing onto this fucking life like it's the be-all and all. Did you bring yourself here? And don't give me the bullshit. Oh, in the consciousness we chose to be here. Fuck that shit. You're not conscious of that. So stop regurgitating some bullshit you read at some stage at some book that no one cares about. Don't regurgitate shit. Bottom line is you do not remember. You did not bring yourself here. So it's none of your fucking business. If whatever brought you here decides that there is no more food, that there is no more air, there is no more water, there is whatever happens, it was not yours to start off with. So what the fuck are you fighting for? Oh, we have to fix the system, change the system. Oh, our children. The children are not yours. That's why a couple of years you don't get along with them. Most of you. You don't see eye to eye on anything, and having children is a fucking struggle. They come through you, not for you. Children are of God. And if God doesn't plan better for them, or if that which your body needs food, not you. And I see so many people that, sovereignty, sovereignty, sovereignty. But in order to feel safe and secure, you have to buy this much gold, and you have to invest in cryptocurrency, and you have to prepare yourself. Oh, how much time do we have? And you have to. You have to be their level of crazy to prepare for that crazy. And also that shows that you've got fuck all faith in whatever religion you delude yourself in having and believing in. If you had faith, tomorrow will take care of itself. And if it doesn't, that's none of your business. Sovereignty means knowing what you are. And what you are is that flick of consciousness that created life. And that doesn't depend on the body. And even if they 5G and they spray that and they inject that and they yeah, and the only thing they can affect is this body. Like, my God, I saw how they were creating this when they got off the gold standard and they went on to the petrodollar and so on, how literally there's a mortgage made upon our birth certificates. We are mortgaged basically up to 99 years, like we were Hong Kong or something. And it's like, knock yourself the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. I about myself personally, I have to say, I must have known subconsciously, because I was about to buy a house and something inside me was just kicking and screaming, and the moment I put the deposit in, I plotted to take it out, and I was like, no, I'm not buying no house. And so I'm a dual citizen, citizen of 2 countries. I changed my name a couple of times, and I live in a 3rd country. So I'm in Germany now, so none of the countries I'm a citizen of, it's my home. And I refuse to operate from fear, and I refuse to prepare for anything, because there is absolutely nothing that I want to save. And I'm gonna do the best I can and play with the moments that I have available until I do. And when I don't give a fuck. And if they wanna infiltrate my brain and dement me like they've done so many people and so on, and it doesn't matter, because not even my mind, it's me. Look at the demented person and what do you say? They're not there. Something else, it's animating the body. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Let it go. You're only sovereign when you realize you got fuck all to lose. That's when you become powerful. Because regardless of what, then you got the papers, and then you can travel how you want, and you can go without license on a car, whoop-de-fucking-do, and you have to fight with every donkey that's on the road that's gonna stop you and pull you over. You're creating yourself an energetic field. Is it worth it? All because I don't want to pay their taxes. I don't want to. Don't work at all. Don't work at all. Or move to a country, go to Afghanistan. There are no taxes in Afghanistan. Yeah, there's Taliban, but if you're a man, that shouldn't matter to you. So there are options. So fighting and clawing, oh, because I have my rights, because I was born here and I'm a national, and blah, blah, blah. Stop thinking you're a carcass. Stop thinking you're a carcass, and take absolutely everything they're doing as a confirmation of the greatness that you really are. The only thing they can take is a carcass. Don't be so attached to it. When need be, you're gonna get another carcass. Use every bit of your God-given breath and mental power to power yourself, not them. Looking into what's in the chemtrails, what's in the this system, what's in the that system, what's in my food. You're cursing. So now, check it out. We were so blessed in the 30s, 40s, 50s that we had running water and we had toilets in the house. Now we're cursing them. We're bitching about the food shortage and everything. Well, just a couple of years ago, everything you put in your mouth, you cursed it. You cursed the butter. That's not good for you. That the meat is not good for you. It's got no more vitamins. There is no vitamins in the soil. That's not good for you. Salt is not good for you. That is not good for you. You cursed absolutely fucking every fucking thing you touched. Everything. The more truthers and the more schooled you were, the more you had to curse. So now we're here. Now soon there'll be nothing. You'll own nothing and be happy. Because everything, oh, why should I own? Because they're gonna take taxes. Why should I blah? We bitch about absolutely fucking everything. Because we were so sucked in the energy of the rat, the energy and the frequency of a rat mentality, and I'm literally insulting the rats, but you know what I mean, that you just scrape and scram for everything, and then you curse it. Everything that was once blessed is now cursed, so it's going away. We were so happy that finally we could send our kids to school. They could learn to read and write and so on and so on, so on, so on. We became so ungrateful for absolutely everything that the system provided, the ease of life where we could sit and read books, and we had the time and mental space to reanalyze everything and then come to hate everything. And now it's all being slowly taken away. But they're taking away our cash. They take about everything. There was so much animosity and hatred. So yeah, it's being taken away because that's what we deserve. To that who has, more shall be given. To that who has not, even what he has will be taken away. That's from your God's book. That's from your scripture. And so it should be. And that's why I'm telling you, you can research and scram and fight for your $20 fine or $200 fine or whatever. And you can go and find out how to show them in their court systems and so on, because you're sovereign. You can stand your ground and piss them off because you use their system, but you don't want to use their system, but you use their system anyway. I'm telling you, this split mind of the victimized rat that wants to become sovereign. Sovereignty is a state of mind, not a piece of paper, and not a fight with a cop. I said that this is in honor of that child, and I insist on that. He was 20-something. I do believe he was misguided. I do believe he was too young to know what he was playing with, and he lost the battle. And with all due respect to the soul that is trying to carve a path, this path should be carved further. Sovereignty is it's a state of mind. Tom Burnett says that, the Aussie guy. He states this very, very clearly. It's not about the how. Because if you are a donkey that thinks like a donkey, you cannot and you will never be sovereign. Sovereignty is a state of mind. When you vibrate a sovereignty level, you never meet a rat. You literally zigzag in realities. You never come across a rat. Because even to go to antagonize them, just to show them that you're superior, you just solidify their position. You don't put yourself anywhere above them. You put yourself by antagonizing the system and just pissing against the wind and telling yourself it's raining. You just get yourself wet. Sovereignty is a state of mind, and even if you've done the sovereign journey on paper and you got your apostille new living man certificate and whatever you think you need, trust me, you will still fear money. You will still fear who's gonna steal from you. So you need, after you get your sovereignty, make sure you get yourself an army and make sure you install your currency, financial system, and so many other things in place. Because you will have to, if your mentality doesn't shift. So I'm telling you, absolutely everything you think it's against you, flip right then. People are not stupid. You are just very smart. The system is not out to get you. You are ready to graduate. The system is there to remind you how fucking powerful, amazing, and wanted you are, valuable you are. So instead of looking at their worthlessness, use every moment to remind yourself, I'm fucking fantastic. Can you see everything that's in place for me? Everything is just to trick me. I must be something amazing. So every moment, if you spend the time in building yourself up, your self-esteem, speaking the highest and the best to yourself, being grateful for what you manifested on your plate. Because another thing, everything you curse that's happening in your life, you cannot build confidence on yourself and that. Why? Because your life is your own creation. Absolutely, to 99.9% of humanity now, there was never a gun at your head. 99.9, I know those who have a different way of life won't have the time to see this on YouTube, that's for fucking sure. So to the people that could come across this video ever, everything that's in your life, it's your handiwork. You did it. So everything you bitch about, including the food that you brought on your plate that you were able to buy, if you curse it, the house you live in, the sky that's above you, the city you're in, the city system you're in, if you curse it, you have to understand you curse yourself. You will never gain confidence. And a sovereign, it's confident. And you can only gain confidence by absolutely giving grace for everything that's in front of you, recognizing that it's of your own doing. Praise yourself for it. So if you just do this massive flip from cursing and bitching and blaming and finding fault to giving yourself credit and realizing what kind of being you must be for all of this to take place, how valuable you must be, and you give yourself daily that reminder of that value, your energetic level would your frequency would change to such extent that literally you would not cross paths, and you will not be antagonized, or you will not need to antagonize and to go in conflict with no fucking rat. And there will always be more than plenty to pay them off. Feed them. Feed the poor. Feed the rats. Let them be. They are exactly where they need to be, doing exactly what they need to be doing. You just mind your own self and remind yourself, I can't insist upon this enough, because this is the greatest news. Everything that is done in the system, it's a reminder of the greatness of who is done to. Who's coming to rob your house? And why? Because they know you got plenty. You got something worth robbing. Okay? That means you're the one who has. And if you've made it one time, you have to have faith in yourself that it will just come to you. Why? Because you were born into a system that works on finance, or it will work on whatever crypto or in whatever CDCs and whatever. That's not your doing. You're just floating through it. So with that faith in hand, with that absolute belief in hand, value yourself, value yourself, value yourself, rather than wasting your fucking energy putting others down. Value yourself. That's sovereign. Knowing your own value, knowing that you are king among kings, king among kings, created in the likeness and image of the Almighty, the Most High. And everything they do, it's a validation of your greatness. So instead of you getting angry, honest to God, from now on, when I used to, God, when I see the shit in the sky, I curse and I curse and I curse and I curse. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Someone is paying for me to see this. Someone is doing, it's producing whatever they're spraying. It's paying someone to take it up there. It's like just the effort for that. So from now, do you know what will change if instead of freaking out and cursing, we would just laugh, smile, praise, and give grace, and feel pity for the rat? Cursing not, just feel pity. Put them in their place. You are the Most High. You are made by, and you know what? Because they're among themselves. Like, honest to God, when everyone is saying, because this guy was saying, oh, you know, under Saudi Arabia and under all of this, the network underground, it's like, oh my God. And they take all of these seeds and they're creating this. And you know, this in Astana and Astana, I think so, in Turkmenistan, and they're preparing these ghost cities for them to, when they're going to resurface after the big Phoenix event, and after the big catastrophe is going to happen with the earth, and some big event is coming, and they're preparing themselves. Do you know who they're going to have amongst themselves? Just themselves. I mean, imagine surviving with those people and having just them and you. Why the fuck would you want to survive for that? In that reality? Because you will survive anyway, but you will be in your reality. Why the fuck would you fight and scratch and scrape to survive and to come up with them in their fucking reality? As I said in yesterday's video, I wouldn't piss in their general direction. I really wouldn't. Like, why would you lower yourself? No, you are prepared for something way greater. But until you understand you're not your body, you are not your body, you are not your body. This is a carcass. Oh, yeah, well, they're investing and they're taking such and such, and they think to live forever. Dude, there is no bigger curse than to be one of them. Because they see themselves, they know what they are. They have to face themselves. I wish them nothing but there's no greater punishment than for them to stay with that consciousness they have up to now. For eternity, there is no bigger hell. You can't wish them more than they wish themselves. So wish them whatever they wish themselves, may that come true. Can you imagine these people? They will literally, if their plan works out with Antarctic and whatever they're plotting and planning, they will just have each other. And as we all know, when it all comes, when dust settles, there is no honor among thieves. There is no honor among thieves. And there are a bunch of, oh, they worship this. They're still at the point of worship. I'm telling you, pity them. Forgive them, Father, because they have not a fucking clue what they're doing. You just have to pity them. And the truth, this is the truth. If you were worth nothing, all of the system would not exist. This system, as sick as it is testimony to the glory of what you are. All of the trickery, the spell etymology, the all of it is testimony to how great you are. I needed to put this in the ether because there is, honest to God, I'm following, and as I said, since about 2020, and it's all doomsday. Oh, they're doing this and they're plotting that, and where is this guy going, and how's that gonna end? Oh my God, we won't have that, and we won't have that. Fuck it all. It was not yours to start. How can you lose something you've never had? You were born into the system and you were shown how money works. And then you were dragged through school and you were told you gotta get a job. What are you so attached to? It's not yours. Let them fuck themselves with it. Let them wash their hair with it. It's not yours. Stop fighting for it. And to wake other people up, that's not your job. You didn't bring them here. You didn't breathe life into them. Someone else did. So let him wash his hair with that. That's not your business. Your business is you if you're seeking. And give, like, not give praise as if they're praiseworthy, but give yourself the praise of recognizing, oh my God, all of this for me, thank you. All of this for me, thank you. My God, you're paying all of this and all of this trickery, and you created this system, and you've made all of this to siphon this, to suck this, to loosh that, and to this. Thank you. Yes, I am this great. Yes, I am this fantastic. Yes, I am this fabulous. Everything they do, turn around and praise yourself. You are the greatest, you are the highest, you are the best. And honest to God, if you want to skip realities and shift dimensions, this is how you do it. Absolutely, this is how you do it. Without shadow of a doubt, this is the way out. There is nothing they can take from you, and they want it. But what they get is worthless. It's worthless. They're chasing. I mean, can you think these sleaze bags have to be nice to each other because they're going to the same club? And they have to play civil. Do you think they like each other? How can you like someone when you hate yourself so much? You cannot think so much evil, and only hurt people hurt people. They actually traumatize their own offspring. That's why their offspring end up being so as sick as they are. They are put through the eyes wide shut parties and worse, so that the trauma can make them programmable. They're programming and selling their own flesh and blood into collaborations and fuck was that word? Anyway, the same way as in royal families, they would sell their own child to have certain ties with other royal houses. So if they do that to their own flesh and blood, you can see that. Look what happens to their kids. Look at the Biden offspring. I mean, that's the definition of fucked up. Why? Because he had it so good? Think about it. You are free. You are sovereign. Here and now. And everything that is done should be just a satisfying reminder of your greatness. And take every chance you get and you see to remind yourself of this greatness. Look around you. What they've done with the health system because they want to take your health away. What they've done with the education system because they want you uneducated. what they've done with your mind, so you have no more telepathy and contact with the Almighty, so you get your information directly from the Akashic records. Look at what they're doing with your skies. Look at what they're doing with your ability to feed yourself, ability to find your life's joy. All of this takes effort. It's superhuman. The length and the extent and the superhuman effort shows you, because all of this is done for you, not to you. All of it is done for you. Rejoice in the greatness. When you recognize your greatness, nothing can hurt you. You're all the way high up. Nothing can hurt me. I'm all the way up. That's right. Remember that. All of the symbology, they have never-ending meetings to kill your seed. As if they could kill God just because they kill your seed. That's just stupid. I mean, they are so limited. And they think that by taking, they're gonna have. That's a parasite. A parasite does that. It eats the host and then it ends up eating itself. Because it cannot create. It can just machinate, manipulate, and imitate. It cannot create. That's why it needs to take, to rob, to thieve. Feel sorry for such a being. Fear not, respect not, follow not. Don't try to outsmart them. You're not at their level. And thank yourself for that. They're beneath you. And everything they do. Look at how much free time you had today. To read what you want, to do what you want, to dress how you want. Look at all of them. Just so you know who's sovereign and who's the elite. You are the elite. You are the top of the top. You're all the way up. Nothing can hurt you.